Planning practices in Indian organization. Several researchers have looked into the planning practices in Indian enterprises. Some of these studies are reported here. Richmond and Copen, 1972. Virtual all of the medium sized and larger companies surveyed established at least some quantitative objectives or target on an annual or short term basis. These generally include profitability, sales, and production objectives. Most also had some kind of growth objectives and some general guidelines to help determine those areas in which the firm would concentrate or expand its efforts. However, few defined longer term objectives clearly. Only one of the Indian firms surveyed, a drug producer, did a truly thoughtful job of developing a long-term growth and development model. It identified explicitly a desirable position to strive for several years in the future and designed specific strategies to reach it. These firms established specific 3-year and 5-year goals for market share and profitability. In general, planning process and plans at firm studied in India focused on the short run and in particular on short term projection of monthly, weekly and daily opening operating data. Planning document consisted mostly of sales forecast and some kind of operating budgets. However, these were prepared more for control purposes than for future planning. The only planning activity found in the most of the major firms was the translation of the sales forecast into requirements of imported raw materials and the ordering and stockpiling of these items. In only a few cases were accurate forecasts of capital requirement or productive capacities made. Next is Bhatia 1981. The research study on the objective of a sample of 65 out of the 251 giant companies listed by Research Bureau of Economic Times revealed that only 45% of these have explicitly defined objectives and 55% do not have expressed objectives. Moreover, out of those which have specified their objectives, 17% feel that their objectives are confidential and not to be divulged. The above evidence indicates that the Indian business organizations, especially the large sized, do realize the need and urgency of planning their operations over longer period of time. Many, however, still consider planning over longer period of a waste of effort primarily because of a larger meaning of uncertainties prevailing in the Indian environment. The section 14.7 at the end of this unit contains an extract from the chairman's speech of a fair large Indian company, which is indicative for how Indian business look at the planning function and how they proceed to take advantage of the opportunities available in the environment. You should read it carefully and answer the question given at the end.